Olympic Training Center, and by Jeep and Jeep Cherokee, four-wheel and off-road magazine 4x4 of the year. There's a feeling you get only in a Jeep.
Steve Jones, Skip Carey welcoming you to another night of NBA basketball from Madison Square Garden, where it's like old times. 19,591 have gathered to watch the defending world champion Los Angeles Lakers take on the New York Knicks, who seek their 14th consecutive home victory. They've really got the place rocking here this evening, and it's an important game, of course, for the Knicks. Anytime you play the world champions, it is. But it's important for them for another reason, too, because New York, after a terrible start, everybody forgot about them. But as you see, they have a shot to get in the playoffs. The first 8 teams in the conference get in there, and they're only a half game behind Washington with a long way to go. A lot of those teams could flip-flop. Now, the Lakers don't have to worry about making the playoffs. They know they're going to be there. They are the class of the division, as they proved on Sunday down in Dallas. So let's, Steve Jones, first talk about the Los Angeles team, and it always lately seems to start with one man, and that's Magic Johnson.
Well, Magic Johnson is the heart and soul of the Los Angeles Lakers. He is a guy that makes everything happen, and it starts in the locker room. Magic Johnson looks in the eyes of every one of his teammates, finds out who's ready to play and who's not, and he gets them ready to play, and when they're ready to play, the Lakers are on the run, and they're the best in the business.
Michael Cooper missing for the Los Angeles team because of a sprained ankle. He's on the injured list. Meanwhile, the Knicks have been led by a kid who a lot of people said maybe couldn't make it in the NBA. Well, we know that that assessment was incorrect, and we're talking about Mark Jackson.
Well, every time you see Mark Jackson do like that, I think he's taking all those guys and saying, you missed on me. But he is a guy that has made it happen. They call him Action Jackson, and he finds all of the big men, keeps them happy, and he's made a lot of big hoops for him. He has a chance to break Oscar Robertson's rookie assist record. He has really had a sensational season.
Should be a heck of a ball game. The electricity is back at Madison Square Garden. We'll have it for you momentarily, but now let's switch it back to our Atlanta studios and our colleague Craig Sager. Craig?
Thank you very much, Skip and Steve. The Knicks and the Lakers before a solid crowd at the Garden remind you of the glory days. And at halftime, we'll look back to the 1970-1973 world champion New York Knicks. We'll also bring you up to date as to where they are now. We'll also have highlights and scores from around the league, including San Antonio at Boston. Yes, despite a broken bone in his face, Larry Bird is suited up. And Utah at Detroit. That's at halftime. But up next, the Los Angeles Lakers and the New York Knicks.
Right now, the only thing that would taste better than a nice cold one is a cold filtered one.
Change it when I get on camera.
Okay, here the way they line up for the game. No surprises for the Lakers, of course. We mentioned Michael Cooper is absent. Wes Matthews gets some more time as a result of that. And Pat Riley, who every year very quietly does a terrific job with the Los Angeles team. You see his terrific record. Granted, he's got great talent, but he's done a good job with that talent as well. Meanwhile, for New York, doesn't really matter who starts. They play a lot of people, make a lot of substitutions. That's a young and very potent back line with Jackson and Wilkins, and of course Ewing second in the league in blocks. And Rick Pitino has brought this team from absolutely nowhere into playoff contention. Earl Strom and Bruce Alexander are our officials. You see that great road record by the Lakers. And we're ready to go, and we sincerely hope you'll enjoy it. They played once earlier this year. The Lakers won by a point in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles stole the tip.
Lakers stole the tip. Kareem argues already, and the ball will go to New York. So that's the way we get it started here. Mark Jackson down low. Ewing. Kareem may have gotten a piece of it. He did get the rebound. Here comes Magic. The Knicks know they must stop the Lakers break, or try to. They can't get in a track meet with them. Worthy. The rebound deflects around, and Sidney Green has it. Here comes Gerald Wilkins in the open floor from 15. Worthy the rebound, and the pace is hectic in the early going. Byron Scott having the best year of what is a very fine career. Magic posts up against Wilkins. Walker doubles. Worthy winds up with a layup. The Lakers very fortunate there, and they draw first blood. Mark Jackson heads the other way.
Well, you could look for the New York Knicks to be more in the posture right there of a half-court team trying to work the ball inside than come from outside. And if you're going to do anything with Jackson, you got to make him beat you over the top.
Walker missed the jumper. Worthy the rebound. Magic has Green ahead of the pack. Couldn't get in the ball. Magic finger roll won't go. Rebound deflects out. Here's Gerald Wilkins. The pace is frenetic. Both teams are pumped for this one. Green, tie game.
Well, the Lakers want it up and down. I don't think the New York Knicks can take the pace in that kind of a ball game, so I know that they would like to have some more stops and changes in the tempo of the game.
Green from Magic. That won't go. Sidney Green, the rebound. Here comes Jackson. This game has to be a big thrill for him. Ewing on the baseline. Jackson got it. The Knicks lead 4-2. The pass to Worthy, no whistle. Jackson heads up the floor again. He had 33 against the Bulls the other night. Wilkins, no. Kareem the rebound. Good outlet, Worthy. Magic fills the middle. Goes to the hole, Worthy. That's how they like to play the game. It's 4-4. It's about 120 degrees in the Garden, so I don't know if either team can keep up this pace.
Well, we know the type of game that the Lakers like to play is an open court game. The Knicks have had their greatest success in a half court as Kareem knocks that Jackson drive away.
4-4 our score. Rick Pitino with play instructions as Kenny Walker inbounds. Jackson for three, didn't get any. Rebound Worthy. Finds Magic again. Here they come. Into the lane, almost walks. Byron Scott for three. It won't go for him. A.C. Green keeps it alive. Boy, they're letting him play. Byron Scott the rebound.
Well, A.C. Green wanted that ball back. I think he really felt that he should have gotten a foul. He wants a chance to score.
What a pass by Magic, and he gets his chance. It's 6-4. 8:52 remaining in what I'm sure you'll agree is the most entertaining first quarter. Ewing up top.
Well, the thing that the Knicks have yet to do is get Ewing involved in the game at the offensive end, and when that happens, he has a tendency to get frustrated, pick up some quick fouls.
Walker drills it from the baseline. He's out of Kentucky. Tied game at 6. Magic posts up against Jackson, shoots that hook. I still say he never misses that shot.
Magic Johnson.
If he can post up either New York guard, it might be a long night for the Knicks.
Well, he can post up anybody he wants, and, you know, they've got a smaller backcourt, so that will be one of the options as the Knicks look inside to Ewing.
Foul Kareem. That is the first foul of the game. I think it's on Kareem. Yes.
His first personal foul.
His first team foul. Ewing to the foul line. He's 73% foul shooting.
2 shots.
He can tie it with this one. 7:57 left, first period. He missed, but Jackson, the rebound from Magic. Walker.
That's Jackson at his best right there. The hustle and the dish off inside.
Byron Scott for three, way long. Worthy was fouled, but no whistle. Here comes Jackson. Ewing. And a foul.
Jackson in the middle, and everybody runs for the Knicks when he has the ball. One of his favorite targets happens to be Patrick Ewing. That time he was trying to come over the top, got a little body down below. He's back at the line.
He's 2 out of 3 from there, has 2 points. New York by 2, 7:34 left first period. Boy, he shanked that one. He softened it up as he let her loose. So the Lakers can tie the game. Kareem threw it away. Wilkins has Jackson. Easy layup. Knicks by 4 as Magic attacks. Kareem shovels it to Worthy. That won't go. Oh, it is rough. Lakers will have it.
Well, you know, now, what we've seen here in the early part of the ball game is that the Lakers have attacked inside, haven't gotten the calls, but they're a team that makes adjustments to whistles. Worthy missed the last attempt, but you can look for him to come back inside to Worthy.
Byron Scott yet to get things cranked up. 10 on the shot clock. I spoke too soon. His first basket. 12-10 the score. Lakers down by 2. Knicks with the ball and the lead. 6:35 left first quarter. Steve Jones, Skip Carey from the Garden in New York. Wilkins. Good pass to Walker all by himself. Deflected out of bounds by Magic. So New York will still have it. And the Knicks call timeout. 6:27 left in our first period. New York enjoys a 2-point lead, and we'll be back at Madison Square Garden.
At Pizza Hut, we make it fast.
We have time for lunch?
We make it hot.
It's gonna be hot, right?
And we make it great. Hey.
Making it fast, making it hot, giving it everything we've got. Making your style, give me a smile. Slicing and spicing, cheese and pleasing.
At Pizza Hut, we go all out to make it fast, hot, and delicious.
Making it happen, making your day. Pizza Hut, making it great.
The most famous showdown in history. Burt Lancaster, Kirk Douglas, gunfight at the OK Corral. 10:20 Eastern on the Superstation tonight.
TBS, NBA is here to play.
On Tuesday night, NBA, Michael Air Jordan soars as Chicago tests new and improved Cleveland and Larry Nance. Live at 8:05 Eastern on the Superstation Tuesday.
Tuesday is the best. Superstation TBS at the Loop.
The two men you see on your screen are almost as important to Tuesday night's game as are Bob Neal and Rick Barry, who will have the play-by-play story for you right here on TBS. 8:05, Cleveland at Chicago, Tuesday night, right here on the Superstation.
The Los Angeles Lakers had a chance to get an opportunity basket. Kareem trying to swing it across the floor. The pass was a little high. Gerald Wilkins made a good interception that allowed Mark Jackson to dance his way into the hoop for an easy 2.
And play about to resume here. 12-10 as I score.
Now, no one has said anything about the condition of Magic Johnson, who's playing with a severe groin strain, but I think that Johnson is going to try to give it his best go, and that could be critical for them, particularly on the defensive end.
Gerald Wilkins, somebody's confused as Wilkins screams for help from Ewing, who sets a pick for it. Mark Jackson. Wilkins gets free and buries it. His first point. 14-10 as I score. Worthy at the offensive zone. Magic with play instructions. Kareem with a sky hook. In and out. Rebound knocked away. Out of bounds. Will belong to Los Angeles.
Well, it was there, unfortunately, for Kenny Walker and the Knicks. They popped that ball out of hands because A.C. Green looked like he had an easy 2. Substitutions for New York.
Johnny Newman checks into the game. He's out of Richmond.
Along with Pat Cummings.
He's out of Cincinnati. And Worthy inbound. A.C. Green leaves it short. There's Worthy, who's been very active tonight. His efforts haven't always been rewarded, but he kept the ball alive. They were rewarded that time. And he leads all scores with 6. It's 14-12 New York. 5:35 left first quarter.
Lakers show some pressure, and we'll see how the Knicks respond. That's one of the things that they practice. See if they can make a good pass, and they don't.
Gerald Wilkins took a little stroll, and the ball goes back to Los Angeles. 5:25 left, quarter number 1. Magic works the right side of the floor. Scott sets a pick. They send Worthy low. Ewing tries to check him. He misses the shot. Cummings the rebound. Mark Jackson into the lane, dropped it off, but he took steps.
No basket. No basket.
Well, a turnover. Jackson does a little hop before he delivers the ball sometimes. Strom said he turned it over. With that hop, and the Lakers get it back.
Byron Scott buries a two-pointer. His second hoop.
You're the same guy that got him started the last time we had the Lakers in Atlanta, and he shot the ball extremely well. This guy can shoot it. Newman, he strikes gold.
That was Johnny Newman, a 2-point ball.
Newman's first point's a 2-point game. Magic posts up.
Magic directs traffic, but he'll go with either hand, tried to dump it inside to Kareem, and it goes out of bounds off of Kareem.
Kareem was surprised by the pass, it appeared. Gerald Wilkins out of the game, and Trent Tucker is in for New York.
Lakers with pressure and Scott on the point, and that slows the Knicks down.
The Lakers have not yet made a change tonight either. Tucker comes in, fire it.
That was Trent Tucker. And the Knicks lead, 18-14.
18-14 the score. You can hear, I'm sure, in the background, John Condon, the veteran PA announcer here, let you know the score. Good defense by Ewing. Lakers inbound on the end line. And down to the deck goes Jackson. We are in what is known as the communications capital of the world, and this is the only place where they have cameramen in such a place that you can't see the game to broadcast. Don't quite understand.
Fouled by Mark Jackson. That's his first personal foul.
Mark Jackson picks up the foul.
What they try to do is allow everyone else to see the game.
Well, that makes it Jackson on the line. Why don't you do it like you do everyone else?
It's a two-shot foul.
Jackson picked up that two-shot foul. The foul occurred before the ball was inbounded, so Magic Johnson gets an easy two from the line, and that's Jackson's first foul.
18-16. Knicks by 2 with 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Tucker against Scott. Ewing against Kareem. Wheels, deals, threw up a prayer, got no answer. Does Scott see the outlet pass? It was too long for him anyway.
Now Ewing is saying maybe to himself he shouldn't have tried the finger roll, and Worthy is also saying, well, Byron, look the next time, because they had an easy opportunity.
Lakers have 4 turnovers, the Knicks 2. Bill Cartwright about to come to work. Cummings posts up on AC Green. Left it short. Rebound. Worthy kept it alive, but Cummings scrambles after it. Scott knocks it loose. Green to Scott and a 3-on-1. Scott missed it. Should have passed it. Magic knocked it away and out of bounds.
Well, that was one of those situations where Scott initially wanted to pass and figured, hey, I've got an easy deuce. Went in with the finger roll, but couldn't get it to go down, and the Lakers knock it out of bounds.
Michael Thompson about to come to work as Cartwright replaces Ewing. That will be the first substitution by Pat Riley when it happens. Trent Tucker looks to Cartwright, who is an offensive center. That's what he does best.
And he does a great job of getting to the free throw line. Now, what we've seen from the Knicks is they've come off the bench with fire in their hands. Tucker scores, now Cartwright.
And Newman, a 3 out of 3 off the bench. Worthy again.
And that's some vintage James Worthy, the quick spin and then putting the ball in the other hand for a tough juke, and had the crowd here with a little ooh in it.
Newman. Jackson, the open man. It won't go. Scott knocked it free. Worthy with Magic. Worthy.
We've seen that a lot of times, and if you're James Worthy, you gladly give it up because you know you can take it back over the top.
He has 10. Tucker to Cartwright against Kareem. Wheels off balance. Drew the foul as he missed. Second on Kareem. Lakers are going to call timeout here. Kareem having a little trouble getting untracked. And he's in a bit of foul trouble. He has 2. 2:14 left first quarter and a tie game, and a good one from the Garden.
It's time for the Gatorade Slam Dunk. Back comes Pippen. Look at him eat up the ball. He steps on the new. Another Gatorade Slam Dunk.
If you don't need Gatorade this winter, maybe you just don't get thirsty.
Gatorade is thirsty for that deep down body thirst.
No to drugs. You say no to harming your health. You say no to hurting your family and friends. You say no to getting in trouble. That's the power of that tiny little word, no. So be yourself and be proud of your independence. Don't let others run your life for you. Remember, it's cool to say no. Believe me, it feels good to be a winner. And you can be one too. Play it smart. Don't foul out with drugs.
If you or your school is interested in purchasing a 12-minute educational anti-drug video featuring Isaiah Thomas, call 800-366-6667. All proceeds go to Target. And here's a look, Steve, at the Laker fast break.
Well, what makes the Laker fast break is their ability to turn the ball over, and they get a turnover. And Magic Johnson, of course, the best in the business. Easy job for James Worthy to take it home over the top.
Mike Smirk is in the game. Kareem has gone out. That was going to happen anyway. Michael Thompson has checked in as well. Cartwright, an 81% foul shooter ordinarily.
Well, the thing that Cartwright does better than probably any other New York Knick, though, is get to the free throw line. And when he gets a chance to play, he does a lot of business right there. Got some new stance in his free throw. Now his arms have come out as well as he spread his legs a little bit more.
2:10 left in the first quarter. Worthy thought Smirk was going to go to the hole. He didn't go, and the pass wound up in the third row. Fifth Laker turnover.
Well, Smirk just said, I don't know when the last time I got a pass in that position so I could do some damage, but they turn it over. A real high pass by Worthy.
Knicks by one, and with the ball, Newman got his wires crossed. Tried to do too many things at once, and the ball goes back to Los Angeles, and here comes that backcourt zone press of the Knicks. Lakers handle it with relative ease. It really gave them trouble out in Los Angeles, we understand. Michael Thompson, 10 on the shot clock. Turns, fires, won't go. Rebound won't go, and a foul on New York. The Magic will go to the line and shoot two.
You know, the Lakers can put a team out there with 6'9" individuals, and that keeps them with very good rebounding. And Magic Johnson, one of the better rebounding guards in the league, sneaks inside, but pays the price as Cartwright comes on top of his head.
That was a major league foul by Cartwright. He got his money's worth. Magic has 5 points and that same number of assists. Wes Matthews into the game to bug somebody. And Billy Donovan will check in for New York. Mark Jackson goes out. Iron Scott takes a Laker risk. 1:33 left first quarter. Magic an 86% foul shooter. He's 4 out of 4 tonight. Lakers by 1, 90 seconds left. Donovan against Matthews. Tucker for 2. Got him.
Well, Tucker is a streak shooter, and I feel he's got his hands on the coals tonight. We could see him shoot his way right into this ball game as a big factor.
You see the time remaining in quarter number 1. Knicks by a point. 7 on the shot clock. Magic got the hook up there, drew the foul, shoots 2. Tucker got it.
You knew that was coming all the way just by the way Magic had himself set up. He likes to work on the left side of the floor to come back for that right-handed hook, and got Michael Thompson to move out of the way. No chance for Trent Tucker.
Second foul of the 2-minute period. Thus Magic is at the line, has 7. He's 5 of 5 from the stripe. Again, the Lakers by 1 with 55 seconds. Newman from three-point country thought about it, almost walked again.
Well, there are 5 on the shot clock. Big rebound, Thompson.
He got serious about that. Wes Matthews dribbles the wing.
Again, Johnson in his favorite spot for the shot. You say he doesn't miss.
Turns, shoots the jumper this time. It won't go for him. Smrek missed the tip. And who's going to get it? New York. They can play for the final shot. 18 seconds remaining. They'll have all of it in which to get away the final shot of quarter number 1. It's going to be anybody's game after the first period.
Matthews did a good job of harassing Donovan, so that takes some more time in them trying to get a shot up.
Donovan gets it up and drills it with 3 seconds. Now time is halted by Earl Strawn. I don't know why. 3 seconds were left when that ball was inbounded.
Reset to 3 seconds.
And they'll reset the clock to 3 seconds. It wasn't.
Now the Lakers have a lot of people down, and against pressure like this, really you want to keep just 1 or 2 people back, free one guy up and let him handle the press. They get into magic.
And he misses. And the quarter is over, and we got a good one going in Madison Square Garden. Steve Jones, Skip Carey with you. And the Knicks lead the Lakers 25-24.
It's real. I know it's real. No other reason for the way I feel. Oh yeah. It's as real as it gets. Feels good. So right.
If you go for what's real, you want a beer that's not heat pasteurized, not tampered with. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft.
I like your new car. Thanks. It's got loads of power and really holds the road. You need all that performance? No, but it's nice to know it's there. You really have to take care of a car like this. A car like this is supposed to take care of you. That's why I bought Michelin's.
Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
Chocolate is scrumptious when it crunches. That's why I love Nestle Crunch. Milk chocolate, that's creamy. Blending Krispies, so dreamy. Scrumptious. Chocolate is scrumptious when it crunches. That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
And serve up some Nestle Crunch ice cream bars. They're scrumptious too.
Portions of tonight's game are brought to you by Jeep and Jeep Cherokee. There's a feeling you get only in a Jeep. And by Michelin, because so much is riding on your tire.
There's the story at the end of the quarter. Unofficially, we have the Knicks bench 5 of 5 from the field, and that's the story for them to this point.
That's been a huge story for them, but you look at this game and the Lakers only shooting 38%. You say, how can it be so close? They've gotten a chance to go to the line, pick up a couple there, but they've kept the ball in play, turned it over one more time. But it has been a good game for the Knicks bench. Billy Donovan, against the pressure, decides, hey, I'm going to get a shot in the air and join the crew. Nothing but net.
The Lakers against pressure will inbound if they can as the second quarter gets underway. Did he get it in time? No. Michael Thompson couldn't unload. The pressure pays off for the Knicks, and they'll get the ball in their offensive zone.
Well, the key to breaking pressure is having somebody pop free, and no one came to the ball, so Thompson had to eat it.
Mark Jackson is back in. Billy Donovan goes out. They look to Cartwright against Smrek. That's a gang fight in there. Newman up top. 4-2, didn't get any rebound. Michael Thompson and Cartwright contest for it. Smrek winds up with it. Now Wes Matthews has it and crosses the line.
That was a good hustle play by Smrek because Thompson topped the ball out, and it could have just gone out of bounds, but he got over there to save it for the Lakers.
Jackson the steal from Byron Scott. He's got 6. It's a 3-point New York game. That pass was deflected, but Scott comes away with it.
In a pressing situation, you'd like to see the ball in the middle of the court so you don't have to volleyball it back and forth like this. And you can see down low and make some good penetration. Matthews does it off the dribble.
Look at Michael Thompson work, but that won't go. Next tip won't go. Next one won't go. Finally, Cartwright a rebound. You notice New York only presses so far when Magic sits down for the Lakers, which is a pretty good idea. Jackson up top and away from the ball. Smart holds Cartwright.
Followed by Mike Gregg.
Now you see Cartwright and Schmerk, they bump right at the top of the free throw line, and that continues as he tried to hip him out of the way before the official makes the call.
Well, they could have picked anybody to call a foul or several on in that particular little bit of action. Cartwright gets by Smart. And another foul on Mike.
Well, the Lakers are over there calling for the hook, but he made a quick spin, and the thing that Schmerk does not want to do is see Cartwright spin in the middle, and you'll see him come back across right there. He's in too deep. Schmerk almost made a block.
He did hook him a little bit, but not enough. Get a call from our replay.
Now watch the arms of Cartwright there, a spread eagle that didn't used to be part of his stance, and he's got an unusual style, but it's very effective.
He has 4, tries again. Boy, he was rumored to be traded to about 15 different teams. Yeah, this is a unique style. And here he is being very effective still in New York.
He's still being rumored, but the trade deadline has gone by. Worthy breaks the press.
Michael Thompson, boy, they missed some easy shots the Lakers have. Here come the Knicks. They have a 5-point lead in the ball. Trent Tucker. 9 on the shot clock.
Tucker wanted that ball right there. Don't know if he'll get it back.
2-point jump. He had the right idea. You're right, Steve. Tucker has 6. The New York bench has been spectacular, and they lead by 7.
Well, we all know that the Lakers have the ability to play from the rear, so they have responded, but we hear the cry from the crowd here, defense for the Knicks.
Jackson, another steal. This one from Michael Thompson. Newman. He's fouled. He shoots 2. Smrek's 3rd foul.
Followed by Mike Gregg.
With the crowd yelling for defense, and Thompson trying to feed the ball inside, Jackson takes it away and gets the Knicks in a breaking situation. And an easy pass down low will always create problems for the defense, and Schmerk picks up the personal foul. And of course, when you're in trouble, you bring back the guy that can kill all of that. Magic Johnson re-enters the game along with Kareem and A.C. Green. Patrick Ewing back in for the Knicks, along with Sidney Green.
Johnny Newman on the line.
And Wes Matthews now departs. Newman shoots 2. He's an 84% foul shooter, so naturally he misses.
Well, Newman has the ability to shoot the ball very well from the perimeter. The problem that I see for him is his decisions. He doesn't know when to shoot, and that creates some problems for him, and he gets his 2nd free throw. Near steal.
And he may have gotten away with it. He did. A.C. Green can't save it. With Magic in the game, the press pays off. The Lakers want a timeout, but the officials don't hear it. They finally get the message. Defense and the bench have vaulted the Knicks to a 32-24 lead. The Lakers haven't scored in 2.5 minutes in quarter number 2. We'll be back.
BS present.
As you look at the Avia scoreboard, that would be a major surprise if it stays like it is, and it would be the 2nd time it happened to the Celtics at the Garden this week. Phoenix hanging tough against Washington. Cleveland playing well at home again, leading Milwaukee. And Detroit has a big lead over Utah at halftime as play resumes here. The Knicks trying to build a 10-point lead. Lakers haven't scored yet. in the second quarter.
The Lakers tighten up their defense, almost get a turnover. But what the Knicks have been able to do is slow the Lakers down. The Lakers have not really moved the basketball or moved the people out there, and I'm sure that's what Riley wanted to talk about against the pressure. 12 on the shot clock.
That bench scoring, well, that's the story of the game. That and the good New York defense. Trent Tucker. Not this time. Magic the rebound. That's knocked away, but he gets it back. Boy, as Rick Pitino, you got to give him a lot of credit. He's done a heck of a job with this New York team.
Well, the Knicks have played it very well. They have a lot of confidence, and also playing the Los Angeles Lakers will bring out the best in you. Kareem on the baseline.
The big guy is heard from for the first time tonight. It took 3 minutes and 10 seconds for the Lakers to score in quarter number 2. 32-26 the score. Jackson, two-pointer. Nope. Michael Thompson, this rebound. He double-dribbled the ball. He wanted to pass it to Byron Scott. Scott turned his head, and Michael had nothing to do.
Well, Magic was over there saying, Michael, you know where I am. Don't worry about what Scott is, because I will find him at the other end. So it was a mistake, which they will correct.
Kenny Walker back in the game and inbounds the pass. 8:20 left in the half. Walker from Wilkins goes base, finds Ewing. Nope.
Thompson, if he's not doing anything else right tonight, is rebounding the ball for the Lakers at the defensive end.
Kareem.
He wants to hook.
And he does. He has both their second quarter baskets. 32-28. A 20-second timeout. 20-second timeout called by New York. And I imagine Pitino wants to talk about shot selection.
Well, he's going to tell them about their shot selection, but he's also going to tell them, hey, number 33, he's not dead yet. So we just can't let him roam around in the middle and do whatever he wants.
Stay tuned for the Prudential halftime report. Craig Sager will be along with news, scores, and highlights from around the NBA. And tonight's feature, a look at the glory days of the New York Knicks. Well, Willis Reed has gone on from there to coach the Nets. Bill Bradley is now a senator from New Jersey.
Yeah, they wish they had them all back, and teams have tried to get Kareem to go with the left hand more often than the right, but he is just as effective when he can get it about that 8-foot range, and he's got back-to-back hooks for them.
Boy, that could have been the third foul on Kareem. Instead, it's a Ewing dunk, his first field goal. He's got 4 points, and it's a 6-point game.
Kareem wants it again. We'll see if they get him the ball. Ewing actually pulled him. They got caught by Rostrom. Well, many times they say he doesn't smile, but he's smiling right now because he knows he was guilty.
What he does, he never smiles when he's happy. He got that backward. Michael Thompson, Magic with it now. 7:25 left. Magic into the lane. Got the hoop. Got hit, but no whistle. So Johnson has 10, so does Worthy.
And as quickly as that, the Lakers are right back in the hunt. It's a 4-point ball game.
Wilkins came off the pick and buried it. His second hook. Here comes the pressure again. Magic ahead to Byron Scott. That takes care of the pressure. Kareem, great pass. Michael Thompson dug the hook.
And that's what they want, to get that ball down low. The weak side didn't get there in time. Thompson over the top.
Wilkins thought about it, didn't do it. Sidney Green posts up against Thompson. Jackson shoots the jumper. Nope. Kareem the rebound. Magic with it now.
And that's the guy you want shooting the ball if you're the Lakers. Jackson is not a great perimeter shooter, even though he got 33 the last time out. They pressure Johnson.
Good play there by Byron Scott. Good pass to Kareem. Great play by Ewing. Kareem again. That won't go. A.C. Green can't score. The ball goes out of bounds, and who are they going to give it to? New York. What a play by Ewing on the Kareem dunk attempt.
Well, in his younger days, there would have been no question Kareem had tear it down on this one. Ewing makes a tremendous play with some young legs, and Kareem got it back, but the Lakers still couldn't get a score in 3 attempts.
Jackson front court. Trent Tucker with it now. See how Ewing fares at the other end. Good fake. He's got 6. 38-32. 5:50 left in the half. Jackson with his 4th steal making. Great pass. Ewing. That's why they call him Action Jackson. 11 turnovers for the Lakers. Kareem got the layup.
Should have gotten the foul as Kenny Walker had his hands in his back, but the Lakers ran a good play to quiet this crowd down, who had really gotten involved with Jackson and Ewing.
Tucker up top. He's a good three-point shooter if he gets the chance. Wes Matthews about to check back in. It was kicked.
No basket. No basket.
Michael Thompson deports as James Worthy comes back into the game.
Well, Magic is going to go sit down too, and again they're trying to spot Johnson, who has been hurting with the injuries, and he's come back in and got the Lakers in a competitive posture, 40-34.
42 in for the Lakers.
Wilkins against Scott. Jackson posts up against Matthews. Posts up and got it. So he has 8. It's an 8-point game again. 42-34. Matthews, the open 18-footer, and he buries it. Boy, if he can do that, it'll really help L.A. 42-36.
Now the Lakers want to show a little pressure on their own just to slow down the New York Knicks and make them use some time on the clock.
Pat Riley, it's a chess match to him. He's got to juggle his troops. He wants to be in the game in the 4th quarter. Great move, Wilkins. 44-36 I score. Less than 4 minutes remaining in the half. Steve Jones, Skip Carey with you from Madison Square Garden in New York.
Now Worthy wants this when they clear it out, and he comes over for the outside.
Ewing the rebound. Found Wilkins by accident. He goes coast to coast. Missed the shot. Here's Walker. He got hit. Score.
Well, the Knicks have had great activity on the defensive board. Ewing had that. Now, he was trying to get this ball to Mark Jackson, and Gerald Wilkins got it away and said, well, I'm going to get a layup. Just misses it, but there's Kenny Walker on the offensive glass. 2 Lakers off their feet. Byron Scott picks up the personal. Scott snatched that rebound, so there's a little fire and anger in the Lakers still.
46-36, 4-3. Scott nowhere near. Rebound goes out of bounds and belongs to the Knicks. So they can build it back to a 12-point lead here. We're just zipping along. 3:22 left in the first half. Kenny Walker against James Worthy. Nope. Walker's rebounds his own miss. Here comes, they fake the double team, don't do it. Worthy maneuvers into the lane. That won't go, but it's foul goal up. So Worthy has 12.
You see Patino yelling instructions against the pressure. They almost turn it over. They find Wilkins in the corner.
Walker having a big quarter. Not this time. Cummings battles for it. But A.C. Green comes out of the pack and double dribbles the ball. Boy, the Lakers' turnovers are a big factor in this game. The Knicks call timeout. And it's that good New York defense that has caused a large majority of New York by 10. They've won 13 straight at the Garden. We'll be back.
The New York Knicks lead the NBA in turnovers, and they get a turnover on a good defensive play in the passing lane by Mark Jackson. And the thing you have to do is stop the ball, and if you don't, Jackson will make this happen, and you'll see what young legs can do as Ewing powers it home over Kareem. You know, you look at the matchup, and I think that a lot of people are trying to make a comparison about Mark Jackson. I think it's unfair to compare any player, particularly a young player, to Magic Johnson. Jackson is a star in his own right, particularly for the New York Knicks, but Johnson is in another world, maybe on another planet.
And it's shrewd analysis like that that allows us to tell you that at the conclusion of tonight's game, Steve will select the Miller Lite player of the game. So stay tuned for that. New York beating them at their own game there. Their defense has done a whale of a job.
They have done an excellent job. Magic Johnson back in the game. But what the Lakers have to do is pass the ball a little bit sooner before the double team takes effect. Then they will have some easy opportunities, and I'm sure that's something that Riley's going to talk about. But these Knicks, they've got control of the ball game. They have dominated the second period of play.
You would swear from watching the game, if they didn't have a scoreboard, I would bet the Knicks were up by about 18 or 20 instead of the comfortable 10-point lead they enjoy. Boy, they moved it nicely there. Newman for two, didn't get any. Rebound, Magic Johnson stripped away. Ewing. No foul is called. Newman gets the hoop. Amazing.
Now, Magic Johnson was saying, what about the foul on his rebound? Ewing saying the same thing as Johnson goes in and gets a whistle.
That was an anger foul by Magic Johnson. Meanwhile, Kareem got away with it. Well, just take a look. Let's see if we're right.
Ball comes off long, and Patrick Ewing is somewhere around right now after the steal and gets the ball, and he's thinking one thing, tear the rim down. He comes out of the ball game. Cut right in. Well, he's telling the trainer he's okay. Johnson has not missed a free throw tonight.
50-40, less than 2 minutes left in the first half. Steve Jones, Skip Carring from Madison Square Garden, NBA action. They go to Cartwright.
Well, Cartwright wants it back, and we'll see if Jackson gives him the ball.
Kareem jumps out to play it. 3 on the shot clock. Green, the rebound off the deck. They get it to Magic.
Well, that's definitely against the shot clock, and Jackson just wanted to get the ball in the air. That's not his range.
Worthy sets the pick. Magic tries to operate behind it. Goes to the hole, left it short.
There's a horse on the board. AC Green just beat Cummings to the ball to bring the Lakers within 8.
A minute 15 till the halftime break. A very entertaining night of basketball at the Garden. We hope you're enjoying it.
I see when Newman catches the ball, it doesn't look like he's really ready to shoot it, and that's what he does best. Good pass inside to Cummings, but he's fouled by Green. Do a good job of swinging the ball back out to Mark Jackson, who finds a wide open Cummings underneath. Green's going to make sure he doesn't get a chance to get over his head and get a chance for a 3-point play.
Number 43 is in for the Lakers. Pat Cummings on the line, shooting 2.
That is the 6th free throw missed by New York tonight. Here comes the press again. You see the time remaining as Worthy heads up the floor. They handle it beautifully. A foul. Green will shoot 2, and a good job by Cummings, I think, that prevented a layup. That time they beat the press with good passing.
Worthy pushed the ball ahead, but the guy that really makes it is AC Green. He's the guy that took it out, and Pat Cummings finds out that when you're a little bit slower, you're in a bad position, as Green almost had a chance for the 3-point play.
Green has his 5th point of the night. He's averaging 12. It's an 8-point game with 53 seconds till the break. And the Knicks walk it up the floor. There's your score.
Right now, that's where you want to have pressure when a guy like Cartwright has the ball that far away from the hoop. Near steal Green.
That gets Cartwright the open jump. He can't buy it. Worthy the rebound with 38 seconds. Magic.
Well, Magic was thinking foul, and Thompson couldn't control the rebound because he had him in the position that he wanted, but just didn't get it up off the glass.
Knicks have every second of the remaining time here to get up the final shot. If they can. Whoa, Newman goes for three. Rick Pitino not thrilled about that, I'm sure. Meanwhile, Scott. Nope. Cartwright. Wilkins. He wisely shot it. If he goes to the hole, I don't think he's got enough time. We're at halftime. The Knicks have thrown a lot at him, but the Lakers still in the game. Craig Sager standing by in our studios with a lot of basketball information for you. 51-44 Knicks at halftime.
At halftime or at any time during the evening. Good shooting out of Colorado.
Is playing, but San Antonio still leading by 7 at the half. We'll have highlights in the latest scores, and for 3 Kings from Sacramento, this season is all but over.
Brought to you by the Prudential, going above and beyond to meet your needs in insurance and other financial services.
The San Antonio Spurs haven't won in the Boston Garden since they played an April Fool's joke on the Celtics back in 1979. But with Larry Bird supposedly out with a broken bone in his face and Robert Parrish suffering from back pains, the game appeared to be on even ground. But Bird decided to play, but Jerry Reynolds has, in effect, reduced his team to 9 players. That story next.
Soar beyond your expectations.
Jerry Reynolds has told 3 players they are no longer in the team's plans. He says they won't be seeing much playing time the rest of the season. They are Jerome Oldham, who is averaging 5.5 points a game in a 3-center rotation with Joe Klein and LaSalle Thompson. Mike McGee, averaging in double figures but shooting just 42% from the floor. And Michael Jackson, a rookie from Georgetown. He had been used to replace Reggie Theus or Kenny Smith. But that's nothing compared to the changes being made tonight by LA Clippers coach Gene Shue. Only 1 starter in his normal position. Michael Cage is out with a mild case of pneumonia. Joe Wolf with a sprained knee. Benoit Benjamin stays at center, but Larry Drew is benched. And Mike Woodson is moved from guard. He now starts at forward along with Greg Kite. Kite and Benjamin, the Clippers' version of the Twin Towers. And 2 new starters at guard, Quentin Daly and Darnell Valentine. Illness and injury is part of the problem, but the real reason for the Clippers' changes? The record, 12-44. With just 2 wins in their last 19 games.
Okay, Craig, thank you. 51-44. Knicks our score. And speaking of that, just visited with Walt Frazier at halftime. He's doing well, making his home now here in New York. Tell us about the first half. Very interesting. And I mentioned once, Steve, and I really believe if they didn't have a scoreboard here, I would guess the Knicks were up by about 18, and instead it's just 7.
Well, and you see the reason for it is the Knicks have come down on their shooting percentage, but the Lakers, they have just barely increased. They've gotten the better of it because they haven't missed a shot at the free throw line. They're out rebounding them, but the key is they have turned the ball over 8 more times, and the Knicks have been able to convert those into something positive, baskets. And so that's been good. Now, they've had the crowd off of their feet, and you talk about the glory days. What were they yelling here? Defense, defense. Well, they've done an excellent job of that, and it's been spearheaded by Mark Jackson. But this is a team, and it's a young team that showed that they have got a future. You take a look at the matchup between Jackson and Johnson. And again, perhaps it's unfair to try to compare anybody to Johnson, but Jackson has had a really outstanding first half, particularly when you look at the steals. He has been a guy that's been in the passing lane that's made a lot of things happen. The Lakers rely on Magic Johnson to get the ball to people where they can do something with it. The Lakers looked like they had a chance right here, and Kareem decided he would come back the other way. That allowed the pressure to make a tough pass for him. Gerald Wilkins is in the passing lane. Mark Jackson on the other end, a little hop and an easy two. And everybody here loves Mark Jackson for his willingness to work and what to take on defense. It's hard effort, so you've got to be in there and be active, and Jackson is just that as he comes over the top. You know, this is the kind of ball game, Skip, that could make the season for the New York Knicks, because they would beat the Los Angeles Lakers, who have played extremely well, so won like 13 out of their last 14 ball games, continued their streak. And you take a look at the turnover situation, and they could think then at some point, we can beat anybody, we can play with anybody in the NBA.
Tell you what, too, is two different philosophies here as you look at the scoring. As to Coach of the Year voted, Pat Riley wins a heck of a lot of games every year, never gets the honor. What about a guy like Rick Pitino, who's certainly not going to win as many games no matter what happens in this game, but he's taken a team that was almost a laughingstock at the start of the year and made them a team that's got to, if momentum proves anything, they're going to wind up in the playoffs. I'm not saying who should be voted, but that's two different philosophies.
Well, I think at this point everyone kind of feels, with the Lakers having come back and dominated the NBA the way that they have, that Riley is the odds-on choice. Pitino has done a great job because they were the laughingstock in the early part of the season, and he was the guy that were saying, you don't even have a clue, son, about what this NBA game is all about.
So the third quarter about to get underway. Steve Jones, Skip Carey with you from the Garden. And here we go. The game is underway now. If they get the people off the floor here, working a lot better. Byron Scott on the left wing. Kareem in the pivot against Ewing.
Well, you knew that was coming. Whenever he can get that much time to swing that hook, he's going to get it up and down. Wilkins was late with the defense. Lakers score first.
It's now 51-46. Ewing.
Well, they tripled on Ewing. They're going to call a jump ball as Jackson went in. He was looking for someone to drop the ball off to, and they tied him up. Worthy and Jackson, so you can look for the Knicks to try to make a steal on the play. The Lakers should control.
Magic Johnson up the floor for the Lakers. He can cut it to a three-point game.
Again, they come back to Kareem. That means Magic is open and they find it.
And the whistle this time. And Magic will go to the line, and you see Los Angeles intent on packing it in the early going here.
His first personal foul, New York's first team foul. Magic Johnson on the line.
And Mark Jackson comes up limping a little bit after that play.
Well, Magic Johnson is on the line. Gerald Wilkins and Rick Pitino have a conversation about what they want to do at the offensive end. Let's see if it translates into any points.
It's a three-point game. The Knicks have the lead and the ball. And we have played a minute of the third quarter.
That it translated into a shot, which then came to the point.
The ball. Byron Scott at the other end over Wilkins. Tries to return the compliment and does. Byron has only 6. Kenny Walker on the wing against A.C. Green. Ewing posts up. Now comes out of the pivot to get the ball. Goes one-on-one with Kareem. And wins the walk.
Well, Ewing showed you a little mobility and a power at the same time as he went down dancing on the baseline and hammered it home. Pressure against Johnson.
The Knicks at home, by the way, are 22-8. Great pass, Kareem. 2 shots, A.C. Green. For a team that has done that well at home, it's amazing that they've won only 3 out of 28 games in a row.
Well, it's a different team and a different attitude as we take a look at Pat Riley, who seemed very calm, but couldn't have been calm after, hey, Kareem, remember me? I'm younger than you.
I'm sure that's a thought that crossed Kareem's mind as he watched that. He still holds his own, though, I'll tell you. Green seeks his 8th point. And he has it, and the Lakers are yet to miss a free throw tonight. They are 14-14.
And again, the scary part for all of those who have been yelling defense is that the Los Angeles Lakers are in this ball game 3 points back.
Wilkins drills another long jumper. That's a phase of his game he's really improved since he came into this league.
57-52.
5-point New York lead.
Now, usually when you see Riley's arms go out, that means they want that ball in deep to Kareem or James Worthy.
Worthy head-on-head with Walker. Magic into the lane with the left hand, won't go. AC Green kept it alive. Magic missed. Worthy will have a chance. That won't go. Next rebound, Kareem couldn't control it, but Los Angeles still has the ball.
So the Lakers have turned it over more times, but they've out-rebounded the New York Knicks, and that's one of the reasons they've been able to stay in the ball game, down by 5.
9.5 minutes remaining. Kareem. Intended for Worthy, intercepted. Green misses. AC Green, no relation, the rebound. Magic takes it himself. How do you do?
He said, Patrick, don't watch my eyes, because if you do, you'll get
You're a dead man. 57-54 with 9 minutes left in the third. Gerald Wilkins hangs in the air. That's goaltending on Kareem, and he knew it.
Score to go. Credit the goal to Gerald Wilkins. That was goaltending.
Wilkins had a chance to penetrate. He realized he was going to put some pressure on the defense. He's made his first 2 shots. Goaltending, and the Lakers turned the ball over.
Again, the pressure pays off for New York. AC Green. Ewing. Ahead Byron Scott with Worthy. Scott through the foul. Shoots 2. A moment ago I said AC Green when I meant Sydney. Sydney plays for the Knicks, AC for the Lakers.
Followed by Kenny Walker.
Turning the ball over at the defensive end always results in bad things. And you'll see Byron Scott gets out on the break, gets a couple of people's attention. Kenny Walker and Mark Jackson were there.
8:43 left third quarter.
Well, Scott's a long way from his average, but he's the kind of player who can strike a match and explode in a period and get close and surpass it in a short period of time. And he may be working on that as he's got 4 in the period.
By the way, I'll never complain about your driving again after the cab ride we had today to get here. Oh, no.
It's a good test.
Kenny Walker. Walker in double figures has his average of 10. It's a 5-point New York lead. 8:25 left in the third.
The tempo of the ball game has been in favor of the New York Knicks if Scott gets the foul and the shot.
I believe you just mentioned that he's the kind of guy that can get hot. He has 6 already in the quarter.
So working in a half court, the Los Angeles Lakers, they can cut you up as well as anybody in the league, and you've got to get to them. And if you don't, this happens, and Scott has a chance for the 3-point play.
He's an 88% foul shooter on the year. He has 6 in the quarter, 10 in the game. (61-59) Knicks by 2 and with the ball. Sidney Green to the front court.
Lakers show some pressure. Let's see how the Knicks respond.
With Gerald Wilkins. Boy, he is some athlete.
Well, whatever the coach told him, he's following it to a T. He's got 8 in the period.
Worthy. And a foul. The Lakers Lakers are cooking.
You know anything about fishing? You don't? Well, you know when you got a big old bass on the line and you let them run and get a little bit of a lead, you start pulling them in. That's what's happening right now to the New York Knicks. The Lakers are beginning to reel them in with some better offensive plays. Second chance for a three-point play worthy at the line.
You sound like you're going to be on one of our fishing shows before the year is over. That'd be a good idea. Worthy goes for the three-point play.
Yeah, and I could say, look at here, look at here.
You certainly could, Ollie. 7:54 left third quarter. Knicks by 1 and with the ball. Wilkins at the head of the circle. Johnny Newman back in the game. 9 on the shot clock. Wilkins has been hot. Not that time. Nowhere near. Kareem the rebound. The Lakers can, if they score here, reclaim the lead. Magic into a mess. It winds up somehow with Magic again.
Now this is a tough matchup for Johnny Newman, and if Worthy wants to go right now, he's got a chance.
And he buries it. A lot of Laker fans here too. Rick Pitino wants to circle the wagons at the moment, for the Lakers have come storming back. We've got a long way to go, and a big climax is building in this one. 7:14 left in the third. Lakers 64, Knicks 63.
You know, there are a lot of places where you can...
Here are tonight's Honda leaders, brought to you by Honda, makers of CRX, Civic, Accord, and Prelude. Test drive one at your local Honda dealer, and they say do it today, but of course it's too late, so do it tomorrow.
Well, you see right there, Pat Riley. He could be the youngest to win 400. All it takes is a very good team, and you can get some horses that'll help you run. The Lakers have scored 20 and 4-46, and that's all they scored in that second period of play. Pressure by Los Angeles, and the Knicks are now standing around.
They're at 8, and they haven't gotten their offense started yet. Three-point try. Boy, that's a big basket by Tucker. Good defense by the Lakers, but Tucker beat it with a three-point hoop. And it's a two-point New York lead again.
Now, Scott wants to drive on this. We'll see which way he's going to go.
To Kareem for the little jumper. Boy, they just don't miss in this quarter tie game. Scott did a good job of freeing Kareem with his drive. Ewing forced his way in, missed the slam, and a foul on A.C. Green.
Foul by A.C. Green. His second personal foul.
Ewing, who has been very active in this ball game, but hasn't had much of a chance to operate here in the third period of play, makes a strong move for the hoop. Green trying to make sure he doesn't get it down, gets a piece of the arm. Patrick Ewing at the line.
Ewing has 11 and will try again.
You know, Ewing, for many, had been a disappointment in his first couple of seasons, but the one thing that he's had is a guy that will get him the ball this year in good health, and he's been able to respond for the Knicks.
Scott from Magic. Well, he's got it going now. All of a sudden, he has 13, 9 in the quarter. We're tied at 68. The Knicks' shooting percentage has to be phenomenal in this period. Tucker against Worthy. Knicks have committed 5 team fouls. The Lakers only 1 in the quarter. That's an item as well. Ewing. Green and Kareem both were there again. This one's on Kareem, his third.
Now, you don't have to be too smart to realize that this guy's got a quickness advantage, and if you want to get some business done and get to the free throw line, try to get it inside to Ewing. A quick spin and a hop, and he's right at the basket. They pick up the personal foul. Kareem's third.
And Michael Thompson about to get into the game for Los Angeles.
I'm not sure Kareem wants to come out of the ball game at this point because, you know, the young fellow is sending out a message, and Kareem likes to answer all challenges.
Ewing now with 14, 6 in the quarter. Knicks by 2. Magic beats the pressure, goes to the hole, drops it off. Michael Thompson didn't see it coming. Newman winds up with it. Mark Jackson with it now. They go immediately to Ewing. Worthy the rebound. 5.5 minutes left in the third period. The Lakers can tie it. Backdoor for Scott. Blocked away. He's on the deck. And let's see what the call is. Will be a foul. Scott hasn't gotten up as you look at the replay. Now he gets some help.
Well, the Lakers are as creative as anybody moving without the basketball. This is a tough try for Byron Scott. Almost didn't get it there. Ewing picks up the personal foul. Cartwright will re-enter the game.
Byron Scott on the line, shooting 2.
Scott very nearly pulled a groin muscle there. You could see the legs sort of fly out as he hit the net. He's had a big quarter. 9 in the period, 13 in the game. He can tie it up if he makes these 2. Los Angeles still hasn't missed a free throw tonight. Knicks have missed 6. Lakers won 113-112 back on January 22nd in the Forum. There was a fight in that game. Cummings, A.C. Green, Michael Cooper were all involved. $15 for Scott, 11 in the quarter. Tie game at 70. 5:15 left, third period.
I see again Newman a little confused as to what to do with the ball. They turn it over, but they turn it right back to Trent Tucker.
He pulled up in three-point country, but dished it off. Boy, what a pass by Jackson. That's like a layup for Sidney Green. Only his second basket. Knicks have the lead again.
There's somebody open underneath the basket if the Lakers look there, but they don't find him, so Magic slows it down.
Mark Jackson now with 10 assists. 72-70. For Green, got the layup. AC has 10. 4:25 left, 72 all the count. Tucker for 3, yes sir.
There are nights when you know everything you throw up is going to go in, and that's the kind of night that he's having.
Michael Thompson has it stripped away. Big battle. It's on the deck. It's out of bounds, and let's see what the call is going to be.
You hear the crowd, so it's obviously going to be the Laker ball as they boo here, but Patino, he's got to be happy about the way Tucker is shooting the ball and the activity of his team at the defensive end.
Worthy gets it in back line. Byron Scott. Knicks by 3. Worthy against Newman again.
Again, Newman in a bad position, and Worthy works him to the free throw line.
Boy, A.C. Green is at a big night on the glass. Magic, cool as a cucumber with play instructions. This is going to go to the buzzer, one would think. Magic, the finger roll has deserted him tonight. Sidney Green, the rebound to Johnny Newman. They can build it back to 5. They go to Cartwright against Michael Thompson. Mark Jackson blocked by Magic. Knocked loose. Big scramble. Jackson is everywhere.
They won't get it off. There's no player control. So they're going to say the ball was never in the hands of Magic Johnson. And Mark Jackson didn't know it. The Lakers want a timeout.
And they get it with 3:09 left in the third quarter. We got a dandy going in the Garden. Knicks 75. Lakers 72.
Jeep Eagle, the official vehicles of the NBA, presents the NBA Rulebook Quiz. Chris Mullin of Golden State drives against Dallas's Detlef Schrempf and fires an off-target jump shot. Schrempf throws the ball at Mullin, who's already established position out of bounds. Who gets possession?
It has the sophisticated styling of a European touring sedan and that wonderful European capability underway. Agile, Precise, with room, more passenger room than any car in its class, and a 7-year, 70,000-mile protection plan. Introducing the 1988 Eagle Premier. It's well named because it's a first. An American car with European sophistication and handling.
The NBA rulebook states that a ball is out of bounds whenever it hits a player standing beyond a boundary. Dallas regains possession.
4 seconds left. McRae going to drive on McDaniel. Puts it up at the buzzer. And goal! Rodney McRae! 3 seconds to go. Robinson, the inbound play. Clyde picks it off, and he goes. He scores at the horn! Incredible! 3 seconds. There's Magic, got it. Magic fires. Oh, my God! The Lakers win the game! NBA action. It's fantastic.
This program, authorized under rights granted by the National Basketball Association, solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, or the use of the pictures, descriptions, or for that matter, the accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited. 3 minutes left, third quarter.
I was going to say the Lakers had a couple of people down on the baseline, and the play was there, but Thompson cannot convert the play.
Newman against Worthy. Sidney Green works in a whistle prior to the shot. There's the first illegal defense of the night called against Los Angeles.
Now you see Rick Pitino and what he was telling Johnny Newman is, Johnny, fake the shot, and if the guy doesn't come to you, please take it. Now this is one of the few times that you get green light. Now we'll see what Newman responds with.
2:40 left, third quarter. Trent Tucker.
Push on Sidney Green, but they don't call that. They call it over the top.
Against pressure, then Lakers will inbound. Magic. It just won't go in the basket for him tonight. Johnny Newman out of there with it. Tucker all by himself. That's his third.
Well, that one was further back than the last one. He stepped about 2 feet behind. He's got 9 in the period, and a big difference for the Knicks is they have got a 6-point advantage.
They led by 7 at halftime. Fell down by 1, lead by 6. And a foul against New York. As Gerald Wilkins returns. Sidney Green the foul.
Joe Wilkins, number 21, replaces Trent Tucker for New York.
Tucker goes out for reasons I don't fully fathom, to be honest with you.
Fatigue. He's a little tired.
He wasn't tired about 4 seconds ago when he buried one from 45 feet. Magic.
In the coach's mind, he wants to keep that hot hand hot. Maybe we'll see him come back here real quick. Gerald Wilkins had a good period as well, and he's back in, so they've gotten good offense out of that guard position. 17 points between the two of them.
78-74. We enter the 2-minute period. Newman against Magic.
Now, Michael Thompson's done a good job of fronting Cartwright, and that's made the Knicks work a lot harder against the clock.
Green does a good job. Worthy tries to knock it away. Knicks get it. Minute 34 left, third period. Worthy plays Wilkins. Jackson against Byron Scott. Now, Green, AC has Green Sidney. Wilkins. That was a terrible shot.
You've got to stop the ball. This time they don't. Magic Johnson finally spins one in.
He has 20. It's his first field goal of the period. It's a 2-point game. 1 minute left in the period. We are building toward a big fourth quarter. Sidney Green shoots an air ball, and 2 bad shots in a row for the Knicks.
Well, they better get Trent Tucker back in there quick. Matthews comes in to give Magic Johnson that breather for about a minute +2 during the break between the periods, and he'll run the offense for Los Angeles.
And the Lakers have a chance to tie the game. 45 seconds left. Byron Scott. Boy, how did he get so old?
They double team, and whenever you double team, someone's going to be free. You don't want a stroker like Scott to be. He's got 13 in the period.
17 overall. You see the time remaining.
Six on the shot clock.
Newman. Well, whenever they've needed that little momentum swinger, they've gotten it. The shot clocks are off. The Lakers have all that time to try to tie things up. Worthy shot it early, missed it. Went off Sidney Green. They'll get another opportunity. 4 seconds left. A.C. Green contested him for the rebound. A.C. And the quarter is over. At the end of 3, the Knicks lead the Lakers 80-78. We've got at least 12 more minutes of basketball remaining from the Garden.
Jeep design.
On Tuesday night, NBA, Michael Air Jordan soars as Chicago tests new and improved Cleveland and Larry Nance. Live at 8:05 Eastern on the Superstation Tuesday.
Tuesday is the best. Superstation TBS at the Loop.
The special St. Patrick's Day edition of Fight Night at the
34-29, that's the margin by which the Lakers outscored the Knicks in the third period. And you look at the stats.
Well, you look at those stats, and you would think that the Lakers' percentage would be much higher than that, because it seemed like they couldn't miss. They had a stretch there where everything went in. But the Lakers have done it at the free throw line. They've had an outstanding game. Johnny Newman surprised everybody with this hammer over the top. And again, maybe he needs a little bit more prodding by the coach to be offensive minded. You take a look at the bench scoring. That has been the difference for the New York Knicks, along with their defense. They've gotten a huge contribution from everybody, spearheaded by Trent Tucker.
12 minutes of regulation remaining. In our last 3 games, we had 2 overtimes and a 1-pointer, or a 2-point, 1-point game in Milwaukee. If form follows, this will go right down to the wire.
Well, Mark Jackson and Bruce Alexander conferred there for a long time. Sure, Jackson is saying, Bruce, I haven't been to the line at all tonight. I got to get in there somehow.
Jackson against Wes Matthews. Green left it short. I think he was surprised that the ball never got to him. The Lakers can tie it up. Worthy, Michael Thompson. Got it.
Thompson has had a tough time scoring, but he got that one to going. He's missed at point-blank range several times tonight.
But he's just kept playing and doing a good job off the glass rather than getting down on himself. Cartwright wants it in the middle. They don't get it to him. Newman against Worthy. 6 on the shot clock. Mark Jackson backs in. Boy, it was a tough shot.
Well, that's his range right in there. When he can just worm his way in there, he's going to be very effective. But the thing that the Lakers defense has the Knicks offense doing is working against the clock with almost every possession.
Sellout number 5 for the Knicks. And the way they've played at home, not their last. Michael Thompson gets it. Line drive hook shot. We're tied at 82 with 10:44 left.
Now, Sidney Green, we're thinking he's got Kareem on him, and he would try to make some penetration, but he holds the ball. Again, now they're working against the clock, which is at 7.
Jackson fakes. Not this time. Kareem is tied up by Jackson.
Jackson Jackson is mad, not because of anything but a missed shot. That was his shot, his money, and it didn't stay, and the ball just teased around. Now watch him. He's right here. He's got Wes Matthews coming off of his feet, and he's thinking this is an easy two, as easy as he's going to get all night, and the rim teases him, and then Kareem just kind of volleyballs it around, and he ties him up.
Worthy takes the rest, and the Lakers win the tip and have a chance to take the lead. 10:18 remaining.
Now with this lineup in the floor, you can look for him to try to find Kareem and then Magic Johnson, and the primary offensive player. Shot clock's at 6.
Oh, what a pass by Kareem. Great block. Thompson again won't go for it. Jackson the rebound. He winds up on the deck. No whistle. A two-shot opportunity for Kenny Walker.
Foul by Byron Scott. That's Scott's third personal foul.
Third on Byron Scott.
Lakers have 1 free foul.
The thing that they like about Mark Jackson so much here is his composure, particularly under pressure. He's been able to find the right people, make the big plays. And everyone in white loves to let him have the basketball. And, of course, that makes it easier to run a team.
Walker seeks his 12th point and has it. Here comes pressure from the Knicks. Michael Thompson gets it in, gets it back. Got Wes Matthews up front. They get a 3-on-2 out of it. Byron Scott, good fake. Spots up and buries it. I don't think he's missed in this half. He's got 19.
And the score is tied. 84-all.
Newman at the other end. We're tied at 84.
Ewing was begging for the ball, and they go the other way. And you got to back off him and make him shoot that jump shot from there. He takes it.
And if he makes those, why, chances are they're going to beat you. Magic spins.
There's Magic.
Absolute magic. Timeout, New York. And even the Knicks fans love to see a play like that. But not in this kind of game. 9:05 remaining in regulation. There's your score from New York City.
When I played baseball, I could hit the ball halfway to China. So I figured I could do the same thing with a golf ball. No way. But after digging up some turf, there's nothing we like better than cold Miller Lite. It's less filling, and it's got that big taste us hackers appreciate. Where'd that go?
No matter where you play, there's only one light beer, Miller Lite.
Next time I'm going to use a driver.
First win at the Boston Garden since 1979. A basket will win it. The ball goes to John Sunville. Looks like he has a shot, but there is Dennis Johnson with a beautiful block. Larry Bird picks up the loose ball. Boston wins by 1. Let's go back to Skip Carey and Steve Jones.
They almost always find a way, those sellers. Terry Cummings has checked into the game.
Pat.
Yeah, that's right. If Terry would if Milwaukee was playing, but since they're not, you're absolutely right. I could try to make you believe I was thinking about Boston losing that game in Milwaukee to Terry Cummings and the...
I'll buy that after that cab ride we had.
Actually, I think I just took a little nap. Kenny Walker jumps and shoots an air ball. Here comes Magic. He's got Kareem on the wing. Oh, no foul is caught. Lakers get her on the end line.
Well, Kareem didn't really have control of it the way he liked, and the ball got pushed out of his hand, but that was a good breaking opportunity, the kind the Lakers live for. Knicks hustling back, break it up.
If the Lakers score here, it'll be their biggest lead, certainly in the second half. Maybe in the game. They might have led by 4 or 5 in the first couple of minutes.
Well, this is where Kareem has made his living on this side of the floor. He's looking to pass.
Again, Michael Thompson.
Well, somebody said, let him alone, and now he's found out he can score. He's got 6 in the period.
And 8 in the game. Matthews has 2, and that's the bench scoring for the Lakers. Ewing wants it inside. Wilkins spins it the other way to Jackson.
And again for the Knicks, the shot clock has become the enemy as they're down to 5.
Jackson for 3.
A huge three-point goal right there for Jackson and the Knicks. They're within one.
That's got to be frustrating to the Lakers because they got him to do just what they wanted him to do. Kareem skyhook, no. Walker with a rebound. And now New York can take the lead with 7:42 left. Gerald Wilkins finds Walker, back to Wilkins. 10 on the shot clock.
Now they've almost forgot about Patrick Ewing as Jackson goes to work.
It won't go for him. Matthews was hit in the eye. A 20-second timeout call by the Lakers. Matthews apparently got a finger in the eye. And the Los Angeles trainer is out to tend to him. Gary Vitti is the Los Angeles trainer who goes to work here. Washington has pulled away from Phoenix. Phoenix is a whole new team. Cleveland just doing away with Milwaukee. Utah has closed in a bit on Detroit. That's kept the Lakers into the game to this point. Matthews will head to the locker room with Vitti.
Now that gets Byron Scott back in the game, and I'm not sure that they wanted that, or James Worthy.
Magic brings it up against the double team, finds Worthy. Magic has it back. Lakers by one, 7:15 left in the fourth quarter.
Well, they like to run this play for Michael Thompson.
He's wearing them out here.
Michael Thompson.
Late moments, he's got 10, 8 in the quarter.
87.
Trent Tucker almost walked as he came up with that pass. Ewing's pass is errant, but Jackson picks it up. Walker, Cummings, somebody better shoot it. They go to Ewing. He lost it. 2 on the shot clock, 1 on the shot clock. That would have been good. It did not draw iron. The 24 seconds expires, and the Lakers have a 3-point lead in the ball.
Well, we've seen defense work so well for both teams, and right now the Lakers have the defensive momentum as they have the Knicks working against the clock, and they have been confused.
If you joined us late, we'll remind you the Knicks have won 13 in a row at home. Byron Scott, is he still hot? No. Cummings the rebound.
Well, he's human. He's still hot. He's going to miss some.
Cummings really almost walked. In fact, he did.
And see, they are a confused team now, and they don't have the rhythm that they had earlier. If Patino could recognize it, now would be the time to have a conversation about what to do offensively.
By the way, we'll try to find out what's what with Wes Matthews and let you know as soon as we can. 6 minutes left. We're halfway through the final period. 7 on the shot clock. Worthy. What a pass. Kareem is fouled by Cummings. He'll shoot 2. Boy, their inside passing has been much crisper in the second half.
Well, they're beating the double team. Before it gets there, they're moving the ball, so there's always one person a step late. They're having a chance to put some pressure on the interior, and that's resulted in a lot of free throws. The Lakers have yet to miss tonight, and if somebody's going to miss, it might be this gentleman right here.
Not yet. That's 23 in a row.
He'll probably be all over me for saying he had a chance to miss. Those were both clean.
You can handle it. Washington beat Phoenix 115.
Almost a turnover there. See, the Knicks are running their offense, but it's not accomplishing anything as they work against the clock. They get 2 seconds back, so it'll be at 5.
AC Green is into the game. Johnny Newman is into the game. Kenny Walker goes out. Kareem gets a rest. He won't be gone for long.
5 seconds, New York.
That's a travel.
Boy, they are self-destructing. It's all perimeter. They can't get the ball inside at all.
Well, and the announcer made a big to-do about 5 seconds on the shot clock as they pressure Worthy right in front of us.
Oh, no whistle there. Byron Scott had it. It was kicked. It's on the deck. The Knicks have it. Jackson. That won't go. Green has it knocked away. Ewing with it now. Backs in. He throws it away. Byron Scott with it again. And the Lakers wisely slow it down. There are bodies flying all over the Garden tonight. 5 minutes left.
This is a big possession for the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Knicks in a stop because they haven't had anything going, and they finally get a whistle for AC Green.
Ewing picks up the foul.
Followed by Patrick Ewing. That's his fourth personal foul for Ewing.
The New York Knicks in the second half of play have broken down offensively, and particularly here in the fourth period of play, they have just 7 points in almost 7 minutes of play have gone by.
Number 25 is in for New York.
25 consecutive perfect efforts from the foul line for Los Angeles. Their biggest lead is 6. Matthews did get a finger in the eye, will not return. They don't think it's anything of any more concern than that. 94-87 with 4:50 remaining. Cartwright. And I bet it's an illegal defense. Let's see.
No, 24-second clock didn't turn on. They're so used to it being at 2, they just let it.
It's just going to be there anyway. That would move things right along, wouldn't it?
And you know, Patino said, fellas, we need all the help we can get. Get us some time up there.
Here we are in the communication center of the world, and we can't get the 24-second clock to work either. What a fun place.
24-second clock.
Steve Jones, Skip Carey with you with 4:45 remaining in the game, and the Knicks trailed the Lakers 94-87. Now they announce that the 24-second clock will be reset with 3 seconds. That's not quite right either. Now, if they have to, they will check the running sheet, the play-by-play sheet, to make sure what's what here.
Well, we know after free throws, they didn't have a violation, a mid-court violation, so they didn't take the entire 10, so they've got to have somewhere around 19.
The clock is now being reset to 15 seconds.
15 seconds remain for them to get a shot away. Or 16, or 15, or perhaps they leave it at 15.
Now, the guy they've got to get in this ball game right now is Patrick Ewing.
Worthy almost stole it from Tucker. Takes the three-point away from him. Tucker goes to the hole, and it won't go. Great defense by the Lakers. That's the first time they've even been able to get inside, and nothing worked out for them. But it's a long way from being over. 4:22 left. Boy, what a pass. Two-shot pass. Worthy to the line. Ewing picked it up.
Again, the creativity of Magic Johnson and the Lakers to get open. Just a two-man game. He's right at the heart of the basket, and Worthy, one of the best at coming over the top. Ewing tries to get there for the block. He's a little late. That's his 5th foul, and Worthy and the Lakers back at the line.
They have made 26 straight at the stripe.
Green, number 44,
well, Worthy will be the guy to take the banana, and he will get all of the grief when they talk about it if it only stays at 1.
He makes 1 of the 2. He has 18, and 10 of them in that first quarter. 95-87 with 4:15 remaining.
Now, there's plenty of time for the Knicks to get back in the game, but they've got to reestablish something at the offensive end as the Lakers have really clamped down.
10 on the shot clock. Trent Tucker can't get a three-point effort away. Jackson on a drive. Got it.
Fortunately for Jackson and the Knicks, Byron Scott fell down.
AC Green gets to the front court. Worthy off it comes to Scott. He buries it. Scott has 21. He had 4 at halftime. 3:35 left. 97-89 for 3. Tucker. The magic is gone. Scott is on the deck. Jackson is on the deck. Tucker gets another chance. He still misses. Jackson has the ball. Scott is hurting. Jackson drives and lays it in.
Jackson is the guy that is keeping the Knicks in the ball game. Couple of rebounds and a hoop. He's got 9 in the period.
And there's the steal by Trent Tucker. Newman to Jackson. It won't go. The tip won't go. Magic Johnson leads a Laker break. Magic against Tucker. Gets by him. Throws up a prayer. No answer. He'll shoot 2. Cartwright and Magic wind up in an embrace. People are throwing stuff on the court here, which you always hate to see because they could, well, number one, because it's stupid. Number two, you don't know who you're going to hit anyway. 2:59 left in the game. A 2-shot opportunity for Magic when play resumes. It's Lakers 97, Knicks 91.
Go over Jeep Cherokee's advantage.
Tonight's Polaroid Picture Perfect Play is brought to you by Polaroid Spectra System. Hold the picture in your hand while the feeling is still in your heart.
Any coach would love to have Magic Johnson on his team. The guy that sees the court could make so many things happen. Ray Tolbert, he had a play of this. He said it was picture perfect to him. He did a replay about 3 times. Johnson for an easy 2. Actually, it was pretty tough as he comes back to the line.
He has 22 points. He can give his team an 8-point lead if he makes them both. 98-91 is our score.
Again,
2:59 left.
I think what the Los Angeles Lakers have shown us that they are far and away the class and the team to beat with any kind of effort tonight. From New York, there's a chance that they could have caved in. They have stayed with it, and they've got command of the game.
But a long way to go. Jackson has scored 9 of their fourth quarter points. He's been just about their entire attack. Newman, big basket for him. Loose ball, and Cartwright out of there with it, and the Lakers let him back in. Newman. Big battle for the rebound. Michael Thompson out of there with it. Well, they're letting him play tonight. There have been bodies all over this place. Magic against the double team. Finds Byron Scott. Ewing about to return with the 5 foul. 10 on the shot clock. Magic against Trent Tucker. They go to Kareem. And a whistle.
You can
offensive foul.
Yeah, and I'm not sure about that call because Trent Tucker is holding Magic Johnson the entire way, trying to make a cut to the hoop.
His first foul. 21 Laker turnovers. Knicks have 12.
Now watch the dump inside. Now Magic Johnson starts to cut. Now who's holding the hoop?
99-93. 2 minutes left. Ewing has returned. For 2, Newman. Oh, a couple of clutch shots for that kid. He's got 11.
He can shoot and needs to shoot the ball more often.
Magic ahead to Michael Thompson. 1:42. Again, the Lakers throw it away. And they've left the Knicks right back in the ballgame. A.C. Green about to check in. Jackson. Tucker. Jackson fumbles it away, loses it out of bounds. And the Lakers get it back, and the teams exchange turnovers. Michael Thompson leaves.
Well, A.C. Green's back in the ball game.
And so Pat Riley is going to go down to the stretch with the guys who started the game. Scott dribbles out of danger. Bodies hit the deck again. Magic goes to the hole to Kareem. It's pinned against the glass. No goaltending is called, but a foul. Should have been goaltending, in my opinion. Looked like it was trapped against the glass.
Well, the one thing that the Lakers don't want to do, and A.C. Green almost committed that play, was to not attack the basket. He got the ball to Magic Johnson, who goes right at Patrick Ewing, and everybody in white comes to Kareem, and they pick up the personal foul.
I would have called it goaltending, but nobody asked me. Kareem has 13. In this quarter, the Lakers 8 of 9 at the line. They've been inside all night long. Kareem makes them both. Timeout is called by New York. 1:22 left. 2 3-point baskets separate the teams. That's one way of looking at it. 1:22 can be an eternity in the NBA. Lakers lead at 101. 95, and the Knicks will have the ball when we come back.
When I played hoops, I could beat anybody. Still can. Yo, cheap little one-on-one or what?
Get out of town, man.
Chicken! At least I can enjoy a Miller Lite while I'm looking for a game, right? How about you, Peanut? Wimp. Light tastes great, but these bean poles probably drink it because it's less filling. Hey, yo, bean pole, you want to show me what you got? Tricks are easy. I'd like to get this turkey on the course.
It's no contest. There's only one light beer, Miller Lite.
Build and shape our future. We invite you to learn the technology of tomorrow while you serve your country in the Navy of today.
For more than 80 years, people have come home to homes with Anderson windows. Come home. And while times have changed, our commitment to quality and to the home has not. Which is why today, more people come home to Anderson windows than any other.
Come home to quality. Come home to Anderson.
1:22 left. This is a very, it's a stupid statement because it's so obvious. This is a very big possession for New York.
Now, both teams have put the ball in the hands of floor leaders, and Mark Jackson attacks for Patrick Ewing and the Knicks.
Newman goes to the hole. Bauer, what a shot. Oh, he has made 3 clutch baskets to keep his team in the game. Pressure all over the place. Green was banged, but they get it front court. Byron Scott.
And the Lakers want to use some clock, but I don't think you want to stall in the sense of killing your aggressiveness. Their floor is spread. You got to attack the basket. Green misses.
Missed a layup. They can move to within a basket. Jackson blocked. They give the ball to the Knicks. 46 seconds remaining. 101-97. Green got going so fast he just lost track of where he was, or he could have put it almost out of reach.
Out of control that time as he went inside.
Sidney Green swings it to Trent Tucker against Worthy. Ewing goes to the hole. It's blocked away. Magic out of there with it to Worthy against Newman. To Scott for the layup. He's hit and fouled. He'll shoot 2.
Well, that's what you have to do. Even though the attitude of the game is to use some of the clock, when you've got a free opportunity, you've got to attack the basket. This time, Byron Scott gets the whistle, but in the last 2 possessions, the Lakers have made the correct plays. This time, they'll at least get a chance to get something from the line.
You know, we were talking about how those young legs made Kareem look bad. Not that time with the game on the line. He got up there and contested Ewing. Scott can make it a 6-point game, which again would make the 2 3-point baskets. Whoa, he missed one. An 88% foul shooter.
Well, he wants this one. They at least have a 5-point game so that they can control what the Knicks will try to do offensively.
He gets this one. Scott with 22, and New York calls timeout with 33 seconds left. And before we discuss the strategy for the final few seconds, Steve, I know you join me in thanking Gary Lehman, our producer tonight. First CBS NBA game. He has worked as a producer with us, and he's done a terrific job, and we thank him very much for that. Now, 33 seconds left. The Knicks have the ball, and they're down by 5. That means at least 2 possessions and maybe 3, and that's not going to be easy.
It's not going to be easy because they've had to work against the shot clock the entire evening. Now, the guy that has got the stroke going for him right now is Johnny Newman. Will Newman be the guy to pull the trigger? They've got to get a shot very quickly and to score. Then they've got to come back and try to make a steal, and if they do that, they can convert again. Otherwise, they're going to put the Lakers on the line. You know, the Lakers, if this shot goes up within 13 seconds, they're going to have the rest of the time to use the clock, and they're going to try to volleyball it around.
And we're going to remind you that on Saturday afternoon at 1:30 Eastern Time, Ernie Johnson, Pete Van Weer, and Billy Sample, and yours truly will have Dodgers Braves spring training baseball for you from West Palm Beach, Florida. That's at 1:30 on Saturday afternoon.
Well, this game has been just about what I expected at the top. The Knicks would get out of the gate very quickly. I didn't think that the bench would come in and make the kind of contribution that they have. But the Los Angeles Lakers, again, the best team in the NBA. They've had to play against hostile crowds, and they've been down before. They fought their way back in it. Got a huge third period from a lot of people to get themselves in the game, and in the fourth, they took command.
And, you know, the Lakers have a foul to give if they want to, just to run some more time down off the clock when the ball is inbounded. They've only committed one team foul in this quarter, and that was not in the 2-minute period. I'm virtually certain.
The two definite three-point threats are Newman and Tucker. Mark Jackson has made one, but that is not his range.
Newman, give and go to Ewing. He can't control it. It's on the deck, and Magic is there again. He sprints to the front court. Scott. It won't go. The tip won't go. Magic tips it up and in, and that
is the game.
Oh, he is. And he really had a bad night with the layups. 18-17. Jackson. No. Ewing gets it. And a turnover again by the Lakers. They can't quite put it out of reach.
Well, there's 12 seconds left, and the Knicks are going to have some magic right now. They've got to get a three. They come to Tucker.
Good fake. It won't go for him, and there's Magic Johnson again. He is. Oh, they call a jump ball.
Well, there are only 2 seconds left in the ball game. The Lakers, they congratulate each other, and they say, well, it's been hard fought, but another one that they put away.
Ewing tips it out for three. It's no good. And it's over, and the Lakers have ended tell you what, the Lakers had Dallas had won 11 in a row. They went in there and knocked them off. Beat Philadelphia the other night. Now it's 13 in a row at home for the Knicks. But the Lakers put an end to it. 104-99. We'll be back at the Garden.
James Worthy had 18 and he had 10 rebounds.
Miller Lite. For great taste, there is only one light beer. And by Honda, maker of the new Civic four-door sedan. Experience the new, bigger, roomier, fuel-injected Civic four-door at your local Honda dealership.
Skip Carey, Steve Jones will be back from Madison Square Garden in a moment. But first of all, the San Antonio Spurs had not beaten the Boston Celtics at the Garden in Boston since April 1st, 1979. Now it's about the time that Larry Bird was playing for Indiana State against Magic Johnson and Michigan State in the NCAA Finals. Bird had 36 tonight, playing with a broken bone in his face, but last-second heroics, a blocked shot by Dennis Johnson and Larry Bird off the attempted shot by John Sundvold preserves a one-point win. The Celtics win once again. Phoenix and Washington. Washington, one of the hottest teams in the NBA, going for their 7th win in a row tonight. Moses Malone has been leading the Bullets. He had 24. His baseline move right here iced it. Phoenix made it close for a while, but Washington holds on to win once more, their 7th in a row. The Pistons had a 23-point lead, but then Utah came back, cut it within 5. Isaiah Thomas iced this one with his running one-hander with about 20 seconds to play. He had 20. His teammate Bill Laimbeer, playing with a black eye, had 27. Cleveland glad to be home. Gerald Gerritsen laughing on the floor after getting tangled up with Del Curry was a laugher for Cleveland. Ron Harper took the pass from Larry Nance, went the baseline, put it in. He had 23. Terry Cummings had 22. Cleveland wins at home. 2 other games are later on tonight. Let's go back to New York, Madison Square Garden. Skip Carey and Steve Jones.
Okay, Craig, and tonight's Miller Lite player of the game is Magic Johnson, who scored 26, had 14 rebounds, and added 9 assists, and was the main man down the stretch for the Lakers. On behalf of Miller Lite, Turner Broadcasting proud to donate $1,000 to the Multiple Sclerosis Foundation in his name. 104-99, the final. Steve, a good ball game, huh?
That was a tremendous effort, and again, we saw a good young New York team that's on the rise. They could not meet the challenge of the Los Angeles Lakers, who have sent a message to the rest of the league. They want the championship back-to-back.
Cleveland and Chicago Tuesday night. Bob Neal, Rick Barry will have it for you at 8:05. here on TBS. The executive producer, it's easy for me to say, it's TBS. They sign my checks. The executive producer of TBS Sports is Don McGuire. Tonight's game produced by Gary Lehman, directed by Bob Lewis. Our technical director, Walter Schrader, our associate producer and tease writer, Richard Croker, and our studio producer is Rodney Triplett. Stay tuned for Gunfight at the OK Corral. We had one here, and you'll see another one on TBS. Burt Lancaster and Kirk Douglas will score. Will start for Steve Jones from Madison Square Garden. I've talked enough. So long, everybody.